Hey everybody, I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. Welcome back for our Tuesday where we're ready to start our next and last full week of at-home learning. So let's take a look at our parent letter so we can see where we're at for today. So today we are on Tuesday, May 26th, but we're on day 13. You guys look at this. Look how many days we've finished and look how many days we have to go. So we have these 4 days and then we only have 2 days after that. So we're going to go ahead and look at reading first. So let's go ahead and get our reading packet ready for section 2, lesson 3. So in your reading, I'm going to go to my table of contents, and we are on section 2, lesson 3. So that's going to be on pages 39 through 40. So let's go ahead and flip to page 39. All right, and it looks like this. It has a genre at the top that says newspaper article, and you can see this puppy on it with it looks like maybe a veterinarian right here with the special device that she has, and then it's also around the doggy's neck. So we're going to learn about this article. It says the invention that dogs are barking about. Now, before we start, my friends, I do want to review with you how last time we met, I talked about how sometimes text features you always always pay attention to what the visual is showing you. So the example that we used last week was I talked about using a map and how maps are pictures that show locations of places or things. And sometimes you can actually learn completely different things from a picture or a map or a visual than you can from the text in the passage. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reading the passage. So it's only 2 paragraphs. It's pretty short, but we're also going to look for parts of the device in the photo. So look at this photo one more time before we read and really pay attention to different things that you're noticing. And we're going to see if we can figure out what the picture is showing us versus what the article is showing us. All right, let's go ahead and let's get started. The invention that dogs are barking about. Do you know about your dog? Do you know what your dog is saying when it barks? Now you can find out. A toy company in Japan has invented a tool that can tell you. One part of the device listens to the dog's bark, then it sends the information to the owner's handheld speaker. The speaker plays a message telling how your dog is feeling. It can show 6 different feelings, including joy, sadness, excitement, and fear. The gadget comes with some extras too. For example, it has dog training tips and a health checklist. It also has a Bow Wow diary. It can even record barks when a dog is home alone. Wow. Okay, so before we go to the next page, I just want to review with you, and I want to read this close reading habits. So first of all, let's underline some things that tell us about the device right here. One part of the device listens to the dog. So one part of the device is doing the listening to the dog's bark. Okay, then it sends the information. It sends it back, sends it totally different. It sends the information to the owner's handheld speaker. So it looks like this part of the device on the dog is listening. Oh, I wish it was clear. But then it sends it back. It sends it back to the speaker here so that they understand what the dog is barking about. What is he feeling or what's he talking about? So let's make sure we understand this. The speaker plays a message telling how your dog is feeling. The gadget has extras too. It has dog training tips, a health checklist. It also has a Bow Wow diary. It can even record barks when the dog is home alone. So imagine it's kind of like Secret Life of Pets, right? This device here lets you, maybe if you're at school, maybe if you're someplace else, if you're in the car, you can always know what your dog is saying, what they're barking about. Wow, pretty interesting. So now we're going to complete this chart and with details from the words and the photo. So what kinds of things did the words tell us versus what the photograph shows? So first of all, I'm going to start with the photograph at first because that one is my visual piece. So what does this photograph show us? What do we see here? Well, first of all, I see where the dog's little speaker go, where the device goes on the dog, and I see what the handheld device looks like. So I can see, look, it just fits right nicely on his collar. Okay, it's almost like an extra, like if you had like an invisible fence on. If you've ever seen that before, it kind of is right there. So the photograph shows me where the device is on the dog. Yep. What else does it show me? What else does the photograph show me? What did it show you about the handheld device? It shows what the handheld device looks like. Because in the text, it never described, it never said, oh yeah, look at this cute little paw print on, look how this little handheld device, oh, I went too far, sorry. The handheld device has a little paw print with buttons. That's pretty clever, I think. So it shows me all about that. It shows where the device is on the dog. It shows what the handheld device looks like. So it really gives me a visual of what something looks like. Now, I want you to think about, what do the words tell you? So the words didn't tell me what it looked like. It didn't really tell me where the device is on the dog. But what kinds of things did the words tell you? What did you learn in this section? I'm going to help you get started. This is a big one. It helped show me right here. The speaker, it tells you how your dog is feeling. 6 different feelings. That's huge. In this picture, I can't tell that. I can't tell what this message says. You see how it's like a little too dark there. But in the text, I can really read those words, and it tells me exactly what. It tells me what the feeling. So what the words tell me. The device can tell how your dog feels. I can name those 6 different feelings. Can you name them? Sadness. What was the other one? Might not actually be sadness. Hold on. It's, oh yeah, joy, sadness, excitement, and fear. Put a double D there. Joy. Oh. Joy, sadness, fear, excitement. Okay, I want you to tell me what else can the words tell you. So I want you to do one more thing the words tell you on your own, okay? So that's it for your reading today, just pages 39 and 40. Right here on paragraph 2, it says the device comes with extras. What extras does the device come with, okay? I want you to go ahead and answer this. You can just write it right here on this blank white space. Which of these do you think the dog owners would find most useful? So out of all the extras, which one do you think would be the most useful to use? So you can just write that right here. You don't need to worry about this part, this short response, because we're going to do a response tomorrow, okay? All right, let's go ahead and let's take a peek at our writing. So for writing today, we're on entry 7, part 1. So that's going to be page 25. So I'm flipping in my paper to page 25, and it's a journal today. And this journal is a fun one. Here's what it says. You need ideas for the classroom play. You overheard 2 classmates telling about a fun trip they went on together. Write about what they said as the opening act for your class play. And here's a good sentence starter. We had so much fun when we went to. So a couple things. This is like if some of you've all done Reader's Theater with me. If you're creating a dialogue, you're going to need quotation marks. So I want you to pretend right now, you're pretending. Pretend that you overheard 2 classmates telling about a fun trip they went on. Write about what they said. So look how they started. We had so much fun when we went to the zoo. What do you want to say? Where do you want them to go on their fun trip? So you can make something up. So get your quotation marks. I'm going to make sure I stretch this out. We had so much fun when we went to I'm going to do zoo. Zoo said, and who do you want to name? What do you want to name? I'm going to put my comma here. You can name your characters. Said Amber. Yeah, it was so awesome. Said Derek. You see how I'm just creating some dialogue here? It was so awesome, said Derek. Amber Okay, now as you guys keep going, I want you to think about something. You overheard two classmates telling about a fun trip. So you have to use you at some point. What's your name? So we had so much fun when we went to the zoo, said Amber. Yeah, it was so awesome, said Derek. And I'm going to say, Mrs. Bush heard these two friends talking about their trip. So I heard them talk about their trip, okay? Because I'm overhearing them. Amber thought to herself, do you think we should ask to take another field trip to the zoo? Do you think we should ask, I'm going to say they're going to ask Mrs. Bush. Do you think we should ask Mrs. Bush to take another field trip to the zoo? So she's thinking to herself. She hasn't asked it out loud, right? So I'm going to create, again, you're creating a story where these two classmates are talking together about a fun trip they went on. So you get to completely make up a story about what people are talking about. So pretend like you're overhearing them talk about a fun trip. What are they talking about? So I'm pretending like I heard Amber and Derek talking, and what can I say next? So I'm creating a story where there's talking happening. So you need quotation marks whenever you have talking going on between characters, okay? Good luck, everybody. I can't wait to read your journal entry. Have fun with it. Your reading is going to be awesome. Look at those pictures. You guys got this. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. Bye.